This fishing pole's been sitting in the garage for a long time. It's dirty and gross, and we're gonna get it cleaned up and ready to fish again. I'm gonna start out with a paper towel and get some of this bigger chunks of dirt and cobwebs off of the reel here. Now I'm going to get this reel taken apart so that I can get to the inside and clean all of that up and get that greased up too. So this end just screws out and then pops off, and then you can take the actual reel part off, and then you can see the dirt that was under there. So we'll get that all cleaned up and get the inside of this all greased up and ready to go again. I'm just going to unscrew the handle so that I can get a little bit better access to everything. I'm going to take these 4 screws off here so that we can get to the inside of this reel and get those gears and ball bearings that are in there all lubed up. There's still a good amount of grease in there, so we won't have to worry about that. And everything seems to be still pretty clean. So I think we're good in there. So now that we determined that the inside of the reel is all clean and good and greased up and everything, we can put the reel handle back on. So we'll just slide that back through. And reattach our screw here. And then just snug that down. We can polish up this spool a little bit better, get some of these fly specks off. So I'll just take a paper towel, run that around on the inside, get some of that dirt out. Same thing on the outside here. So now that the spool's all cleaned up, we can put that back together. You just have to make sure that those slots line up with this pin inside the reel. So we'll just give that a little twist and make sure that it's lined up good. Take our knob and screw that back on until that snugs up. And then our reel is totally reassembled and we're ready to move on to the rest of the fishing pole. So for the rest of the rod, I'll either take this wet paper towel, or you can also use a microfiber cloth that's damp and just kind of go up and down and clean off any dust, any fly specks. Make sure to inspect the inside of the eyelets here. Make sure that there's no nicks, fly specks in there that could nick your fishing line, and make sure those are really clean. Otherwise you could have a problem down the road with it breaking your fishing line. Make sure to look down through the eyelets, make sure that none are bent. You can easily readjust those if anything is out of line. Now to spool up your reel with line, you'll make a loop with your fishing line. Put 2 fingers through that loop, spin that around twice, reach through and grab your main line while you hang on to your tag in there and pull that down, and that'll make a loop. Now you want to take that loop and go through the first eyelet of your fishing pole here, run that down to the reel, take that loop and put that over the reel and cinch that down onto the spool, pulling on the main line. And you can either tie a couple different knots with the tag in here to prevent that from slipping off, or you can also use a sticker that comes with the reel and just tape down onto the spool there to hold that fishing line and prevent that from spinning. Then you can cut your tag in off Flip down your bail, and then you can just start reeling and get some line put on your fishing rod. Make sure you add a little tension to your fishing line as you reel it on, and then you're good to go. Load up your spool about 3/4 of the way with fishing line. Ideally, you should store your fishing poles inside, but a little bit of maintenance once a year will prevent you from breaking off on your next fish.